Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to a special session. Where let me move my coffee here so I don't spill it. So I'm just jumping on to finish up some free readings that I didn't get to this morning. I had a really busy Saturday morning, and so grateful for all the donations and all of the questions. So I wanted to make sure to get to some of these. I didn't get to a whole lot yesterday, and busy day, busy times, right? So I want to jump on. There's no chat available on here because I'm not taking any new readings. I will be back in about 2 hours for my evening session. So I'm just going to jump on for probably less than an hour to finish out the free readings from this morning. And then I'll return. So if you about an hour before, probably run right about the time after I finish this one, I'll be posting my announcement for my evening session. You can jump in early in there and also ask for your questions on there. So let's jump in and get started. And let me just move this up over here. Probably right here is better. All right. So we left off with Andrea 54 Hector. So you are up first. And you wanted to know, what does spirit want you to know about your Leo boyfriend? Is he hiding or cheating on you with anyone? Oh, careful what we ask for. I know we want to know for sure. Let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know about your Leo boyfriend. Is he hiding anything or doing anything suspicious behind your back here? Uh, I don't feel like he's hiding anything like cheating or doing anything like that. I mean, he's got the 7 of Cups here, which is a lot of emotional confusion going on here. And I feel like they're kind of looking at, with the Star card here, is like wishes come true, dreams come true. What does it mean for them? And they're just wondering and looking at their life in general. So if you feel like something's going on and they kind of feel like withdrawn, I think they're just kind of in this place of trying to figure out who they are, what they want in life, and I feel like there's this uniqueness of who they want to be, and how we all get inundated with all the supposed to be, should be's, and need to be's in our life, and we try to live up to them, and it's so stressful, and expectations. You feel like you're caged, and you feel like you just grow tired of it all. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on with them, that they're at this place of I just don't know who I am and what I really want. They just don't feel very fulfilled in their life. And it's not specifically with you, it's with themselves, because this is where they find their happiness is in their own heart, right? So job doesn't feel fulfilling, family, friends, relationships, everything just doesn't feel fulfilling, and it's all designed to point us inward. And so he's looking inward and he's trying to figure things out. So I don't feel like he's cheating or anything like that. I feel like the thing that he's hiding, probably, this is what it feels like, is just their confusion and their unsurety of life. They're not like going, "Well, I don't want you." They're just trying to figure out what they do want in their life and who they are. So this kind of, you know, not it's not like a midlife crisis, kind of, in a way, because it feels like a Saturn return, where they have their foundations of their life shaken, just to find out, why do I believe what I believe, and who do I want to be, and what do I want to do? What's the capital T truth of my life? And I feel like that's where they're at. And so they're just kind of questioning their entire life in a way. So big thinking, and this is the withdrawing, because they're they've turned their attention from outward to inward with these cards. So hopefully that helps, Andrea. And it's a good thing. We don't want them to try to be someone that they're not. And it doesn't mean that they'll leave you behind either, because if you're trying to also do that, and you both find a path together in the new way he wants to look at life, the new way that you want to look at life as well, and you can find something that's still, it's like two caterpillars going into cocoons become butterflies, You won't do caterpillar things anymore, but your adjusted life of flying and going in different directions, you can still go together. But if one of you does and one of you doesn't, then that's where, butterflies have to go do butterfly things, caterpillars have to go still do caterpillar things. So I feel like there's this transformation that's happening with them. Right. So that's what they have for you, Andrea. So many blessings to you. And then Goldie, and do you have a future with Pisces or is a new person coming? Let's take a look here, see what Spirit has to say. All right. I feel like there's going to be a new person that comes in here. The Saturn, this is exactly what I was just talking about a moment ago with Andrea about Saturn energy. This is the challenging of thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, and the way we think life should be and supposed to be and need to be. And I feel here with this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Wands, this is like, I feel like you're going through this transformation. I feel like you're going through this shaking because the Queen of Wands with the black cat, all the queens get a second portion of cups, which so she's rolls over fire, but also has intuition, which is the cat, and the connection to the spirit world. And I feel like you're connecting more and more to your high heart and some things that are happening. You're just realizing this isn't what I want. You're, you're realizing what of your um, around love and relationship, the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of the should, the supposed to be, the need to be, the have to be around that. This is what brought you into Pisces life together. And you're like, but I feel like you're changing. I feel like things are evolving over the next couple months where you're evolving, but the relationship isn't. And you see the relationship for what it is, but you also see it for what it isn't. It has to do with finding your self love inward and upward, which brings you the satisfaction you're looking for, and then you are less trapped with all of these chains on what love is supposed to be and should be, and it allows you to look beyond it. So there is a new person. I feel the Pisces has shown you what you need to see, and they will over the next couple months show you who you are in the mirror. You're going to see the reflection of yourself. It's not like so much like they are doing it to you. They're being a mirror for you, and you're seeing the reflection of yourself. And this is where this change happens. But then you're like, well, I don't need this relationship. Sometimes we'll be looking for our fulfillment and we have this list of check 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 that, well, this person will give me that, so then I'll be full. And you get that and you feel empty still and you're just like, "Meh, going on here?" And then you turn inward and upward and you're like, that's what I'm looking for. And then that transforms your outer world and you're like, this isn't as attractive as it was to me before, so now I want this. This is what it's like: lower vibrational love, lower vibrational experiences, lower vibrational relationship. When you raise your love vibration, you get a different type that comes in. So that's what I feel is coming in here for you, Goldie. I just feel like there's a new person that will come down the road because your higher vibrational energy will draw in the higher vibrational experiences and relationship. So that is what they have for right now for you, Goldie. And then Smooth Life, anything you need to know from Spirit. Let's take a look and see what they have here. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. That you don't need to fear heartache and heartbreak and disappointment, that you can be open to relationship. And you do have this Knight of Cups that's coming to offer you love. And if you get stuck in the heartbreak, the fear of losing conditional love, you basically stamp it with um, this. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If we mistrust and, well, they're going to be like everyone else, and we have these insecurities or any kind of beliefs, and because of what we've been kind of taught through other people's actions towards us, if we don't release those fears of this love coming in, we're just going to repeat what we've had before, and we're going to put a big stamp on it and go, okay, another one. But there's an opportunity if you chunk these away and if you put them on pause and try to keep them that these things are about you, not about them, then you have this, beautiful possibility of this romance coming in. It's like I think it was number 3, my number 3 relationship. I had insecurities from, you know, family and stuff growing up, but then also 2 relationships where I had insecurities because they had gone outside of relationships, and I knew my dad was not faithful to my mom, so there was this unfaithfulness type of thing that was going, and it was great because the 3rd relationship, they said, you know, we can't be like this. If you're gonna be this insecure and be this suspicious of me all the time, this isn't gonna work out. So you either need to go get therapy or we're done." And I was like, "Wow." So I went and did therapy, because of out of fear of losing them, but then I also learned a lot through therapy, and I'm so glad that they gave me that ultimatum. So I like this energy that's coming in, and so, that's what they have for you right now is just to know that you can trust, and get to the core of the insecurities and transform those things, and it will truly free you up and free your heart, allowing this, type of love that comes in. Or if you already have love, but taking it to a new level too. So that's what they've got for you, Smooth Life. I like it. I know. But many blessings. It's worth it. It's worth it. All right. Anusri, you are up next. So Anusri, you want to know about your spiritual gifts. Let's see. What does spirit want you to know about your spiritual gifts here? All right. Well, first of all, and something you can do if you've listen to if you feel so I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do this. My Take 10 with Zen. A lot of those videos are all about understanding our spiritual gifts, heading towards our spiritual gifts, because this is what it reminds me. The Ace of Cups tells us about unconditional love energy is what fuels our spiritual gifts. Otherwise, it's really noisy, and there's a lot of clogs in the pipeline that feed our spiritual gifts, that fuel it and expand it and activate it. And so, we've got this, focus of unconditional love and freeing up those clogs so that you have this flow that comes in. And I do love the Emperor here because this is Aries, new beginnings, new start, and it will ignite new gifts for you. And staying clear of what a spiritual gift is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And we talk about that in fact, I think the um the last so this week's that was the menu. There's a menu of spiritual gifts. I don't know if it's this one, it might be next week's coming up. But there's been several of them that have talked about different types of spiritual gifts, understanding what the true gift of an empath is, how to put up an empathic bubble. There's a lot of things in there, and I feel like with this emperor, it's you deciding how you want to express and discover your spiritual gifts. A lot of times we think, well, I need to, which one am I supposed to have? And, send me a telegram that tells me exactly what it is and how I'm supposed to use it. And because we fear not living up to our potential and letting the spirit world down, but that's not really how it works. This is a scavenger hunt, and we all have the ability for every spiritual gift under the heavens. There's just different spiritual gifts that come to us more easily because of the astrology, our birth charts that we chose, the character we chose to play here has certain tendencies that are more flowing and easily, like they easily come to us. And but that doesn't mean we have to stick with that. We can take that, like the person that came up with art therapy, was about healing through art and this, and then the first time someone did it, they're like, "You're crazy." But when it's become very popular and very helpful, it's like trusting how you want to express that love in your heart with the world and becoming aware of it. But let me see here. I'm just going to double check my. Was it this week's? I think it's next week's. It is next week's. That is I think it's the menu of spiritual gifts, which will break it down even more. So pay close attention to the my announcements and all of that. It'll have the I think that was it would be next Tuesday's Take 10 with Zen should be the menu of spiritual gifts. And I feel like that will help you understand and give you an idea of like what resonates with you because they kind of fall under elements, which you guys will find out. So dun dun dun, little quick preview, a little sneak peek. But I feel like that's what they want you to know is, you can search for your own spiritual gifts and find what resonates with you. And don't try not to let that emperor is try not to let the outside world define, well, this is how you have to do it. Like, oh, I want to do energy. Okay, well, you need to study Reiki. You have to use these symbols. You have to do it exactly this way, or you're done. Or Qigong, the Qigong is energy movement. Tai Chi is energy movement. You see, there's all these different, it's almost like religion, how it started off with, like, if you just take Christianity itself, it started off with Christianity, and then there's Catholicism, Presbyterians, Baptists, Methodists, and even within those, there's non-denominational, and then there's the Southern Baptists and this other, and they all broke off because they all wanted to believe things a little differently, a little differently, a little differently, a little differently. So it shows you that humans want to define, but we also don't want definition. We want things our way, and we do want to uniquely express it our way. So that's what they have for you, Anusri. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Shrawani Nagosi, hello, hello. So you want to know, why did Sahil leave you alone in the past? What's the reason behind it? He said he doesn't love me and doesn't want a relationship with me. Does he really mean that? Okay. Well, you know, I say believe, trust what people tell you and show you, right? Yeah, they've got this dream here, this wishing upon a star that they do see things different. There's this ideal. It's almost like they've got this, this unreasonable, wishing upon a star of what they want a relationships to be, all this long list of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. That's It's even contradictory with things, but they're like, this is the idea that they've been having all their life. And because you didn't meet up to it, well, no one meets up to it. But in their mind, they're like, I'm going to find this dream come true relationship. And you're like, all right, enjoy that. you know. So they truly do, um, you know, there's a place in their heart for you, but I feel like there's a lot of rooms with a lot of loves in their heart. Because I feel like with this star, it's almost like, they're looking for this, but they've had all these other stars are like, you're not quite bright enough. I need this. And like no one measures up to that. Um, which truly is all of us, because the love we're looking for, we only find in here. And when we're looking out here, it's always going to fall short. But they've got this brain idea of what love should be, and they're like, nope, you're not it. I feel like they've had a lot of startups and relationships of a lot of different kinds, a lot of different places, and that's why I feel like there's a bunch of rooms in their heart that they have where they cared for people, but you're like, nope, they're not it. They're not this long list. But they'll come to the realization that no one's ever gonna live up to this list because it's too long, and it's unreasonable. And like I said, there's even contradictory stuff in it, but it's what they've been taught. So they truly do not want a relationship, and I don't want to say that harshly. It's just you have to understand it's not you, It's that they have an unreasonable expectation of who someone is supposed to be, and them too, and um, they will blame everyone else because they can't be a failure either, so they will say, "Oh, it's them, it's them, it's them, it's them." But after, like, if you have, like, 7 of those stars, eventually you're gonna realize there's 3 fingers pointing back at you when they're going, it's them, it's me, it's me, it's me." So it's what's going on in here that's the problem. That's why everyone's falling short. It's because 'cause I'm trying to make everyone else be something they can't be. Oh, and someday they'll wake up to all that, but that's gonna be down the road. You'll be on to something completely different. I feel like it's a double message too for you, showing that you will find a relationship that does feel like a dream come true for you. Because I don't feel like you have these extreme, you know, they have to be breathing, they have to be respectful, they need to at least show me love, and they need to, take care of themselves. It's like, all right, theirs is this long, huge, huge encyclopedia of rules, right? So I would let that go, Shirwani. The, you're one of a few that they've done this over and over and over to, and eventually they'll do it. But that's why they left you alone in the past, is because um, they were freaking out that you weren't living up to this list, and what were they going to do with that? And they were afraid, and they don't want to hurt your feelings. But that's why they ghost and disappear. They were like hate, like um, the breaking up, right? The ending of it, because they hate hurting people, and it's because they're hurting. But so hopefully all that makes sense there, Shmani. But definitely trust that they want something extreme. You can let it go. It's not about you. It's their journey. You get to go on your own. So release it and let it go, and realize that their actions don't mean anything about you. But what you see in the mirror when you look at them is for you to learn about yourself, right? It happened on purpose. It wasn't an accident that they came into your life, because you agreed to be mirrors for each other, and you mirror to them. Who knows? But you can know what you see when you look at them. What bubbles up within you? What do you see in them tells you about you, right? So that's what they have right now for you, Shramani. So hang in there, my dear. All right. Many blessings. And Pinky, you are up next. So, how does the Aquarius perceive you now? Let's take a look here. How does the Aquarius perceive you now? All right. Well, it's interesting. So, the Aquarius here, you've got the divine counterparts here. Whoops. Let me try not to flip everyone off here. Here, we'll do it this way. Because we got the king and the queen of swords here. But we also have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind emotions and relationships that no longer serve in moving forward. And I feel like here, Pinky, the Aquarian, this would be the Aquarius right here. They rule over air, and they get a second portion of air, and Aquarius is an air sign. And this is this energy, big thinkers, overthinkers, masters thinkers, and they're looking for a divine counterpart that relates to them on that mental thinking, overthinking, type of energy there. I feel like they're, and did you even ask what they think or perceive? So they definitely have thoughts, because that's what they have a lot of thinking going on. But I feel like they are clearing things out, and they're leaving things behind, and they're moving forward, moving in a different direction. So I feel like they're very caught up in their head, very caught up in this ideal that they're looking for, and they are looking for someone like them, with this. And good luck with that, right? Enjoy that. You want to, go find it for yourself there. But I feel like they're wanting to find someone that is very much more like-minded with them. Maybe there's a lot of difference in how you guys approach things and look at things. Aquarians, we're weird. I'm an Aquarius. We're weird. We have different ways of thinking that are very different from the standard line, and I kind of feel this energy that they feel like there's been a lot of um, communication conflict or conflict in thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And with those energies, I feel like they are moving, in a different direction. That they're just um, they're thinking that if I find someone who thinks along my the same lines as I do, we'll get along better. Well, yeah, you will, but it also can be boring dating yourself. But that's what they're looking for. This is their energy that they're thinking. Well, and rather than having battles, and instead of learning to open my mind and see things from a different perspective, I'm choosing to try to find someone who's like-minded with me, and then we don't challenge each other. Um, so I feel like this is how the perception is now, is they feel like there's a lot of difference and enough difference in beliefs and the way we look at things that I feel like they're kind of moving in a different direction that's coming that way. And that's okay. You got this King of Pentacles, someone who is down to earth and has a great sense of their wholeness and very abundant, very full of the outside world. Like I said, an earth sign that's very grounded, either, a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn, just very down to earth, earthy, um, not their head in the clouds, but they're very solid and anchored. And so, if that Aquarius is drifting away, just let it go. You do have this new opportunity that will be coming up here in the near future, with this pentacle, with this earthiness. So um, that's what they have for you. So hang in there. I know we don't. You want the truth, we'd love it if the truth was what we want it to be, but, we always know that what's unfolding is unfolding for us in the long run. We don't get a first class seat taken away and stuck back in coach. We have a coach seat that's taken away and we get bumped up to first class. That's the way it works. So just trust that if you think this was awesome, the next is even more awesome. So that's what's coming in, my dear. Hang in there, Pinky, and much love to you. All right, Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So you're up next. What does October have in store for you? Let's take a look. All right, well, you got looks like some new beginnings coming in here. So you got the Empress card here, and you've got the Six of Pentacles. Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, birthing, harvest, a great creativity being expressed. And I like this fruitfulness coming in here because you even got the Six of Pentacles, which is the balancing, where you even have so much that you're able to give to others. So there is this abundant feeling coming in here, and it could be financial, it could be love, it could be whatever abundance means for you. You have this, flow coming in enough where you have so much that you're able to help others and give to others too. Whether it's joy coming in, you have so much joy, you're able to spread joy. You have so much, if you have abundance of money coming in, you have enough where you can treat and help others too. So there is this energy of abundance flowing in with both of those cards for October. So they're not telling me what area of your life it is in at this time, but I feel like you will know, what it is. Yeah, I got the World card too, which is about victory, ending of old cycles, beginning of new things. So it feels very flowy and fresh and rebirths and harvest, because that's the whole solar eclipse, lunar eclipse is coming in too, is all about endings and beginnings, and a lot of Libra scale energy too. So great amount of balancing out of things, but fruition and then beginning and harvest and then replanting new things too. So some great change coming in, but you get the reward for what you've done, and then that is done, and then you start on something new. So we like that. But that's what's coming in. Easy breezy, VD. So many blessings for you. And then Eliza, you are up next. Hello, blessings to you as well. Been a while, yes. So you want to know the current situation of R with A. All right, let's take a look here. Crack me up. You crack me up. Well, look at this. So you've got the 8 of cups and the 10 of cups. And what's in between is the 9 of cups, which is wish fulfillment, but it also is the journey. This person's leaving behind emotions, leaving behind relationships that no longer serve. And in between, they're headed off to the 9 of cups, which is the hermit's journey of finding the inner love, inward and upward, connecting to the chalice, the holy grail, which is the unconditional love from above, filling us up and overflowing out to the world, which is what brings this super abundant emotional feeling, because it starts with leaving behind the old emotions and old ways of looking at emotions in the past, and any relationships that we're pouring energy and attention into that are not giving back, and this moving forward here. So I feel like spirit is saying the current situation with them is them. This is they're wanting you to focus on your self-love. Leave behind emotions and this that doesn't serve you. Focus on your self-love, and that's what brings you emotional fulfillment and fullness here. So I feel like they're going, well, we don't want to look over there. That it's like, what's going on that ship over there on the ocean, right? There's all these ships, and there's a ship, and you're like, what's going on over there? And they're like, it's whatever's going on over there is what's going on over there. But, if you don't pay attention to your guidance, you're going to run into a reef yourself. So let that be that, but focus in on you and your journey. Leave behind that, head off on a different course that's more in alignment with your dreams come true, is what I feel like they're bringing in here. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, yeah, you've got the 4 of Pentacles. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here too, which shows focusing on your home. The 4 Pentacles is like the 4 walls. Focus on your home, and the Wheel of Fortune is that you're gonna have some significant endings and beginnings that come in here that help you, move forward into something where even your human is happy about it. The Wheel of Fortune says whatever unfolds in our life does unfold for us. Just sometimes our human has a hard time going, how is that for me? But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's the tune of for you, the for tune. So this is even saying that your human side, when you head off on your journey and your adventure, that you find your own treasure, you find your own fulfillment and emotional overflowingness, and your human is happy about that too. So I feel like that's what's coming through, Lisa. I know. I just communicate. Talk to your spirit guides. They're the ones that aren't telling me about R with A. They're saying, blah, blah, blah. Let's move forward. Let's move beyond this. Let's go this direction. There's something even more in alignment for you there. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Scorpio 1180, you are up. So what are Roberto's current feelings and next actions? I know you said Robert, but I put it Roberto. All right. No contact, but you're hoping that changes. All right. Let's see here. Current feelings and next actions. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Well, their current feelings and next actions here, they've got this with this Page of Pentacles. They're on this search for their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. They're trying to define themselves. They're searching for it. The Wheel of Fortune is changing in their life, and the wheel is spinning, and there's these endings and beginnings, these endings and these beginnings, these endings and beginnings. And this all is self-consuming. You can even see here, you're like, Robert, Robert, Robert. and he's all focused on this, on the coin, on defining themselves by the outside world. And it's almost like they're playing the roulette or, the slot machines. They're trying their best at luck. It's like, all right, I'm going to win. I've got to do this. This is what I have to have. I've got to do this. It's just like this consumption, this almost this obsession with trying to obtain things in the outside world. And I don't feel, Scorpio, that they're headed back. The energy I get with all of this, at the place in their life right now, I feel like they're very fiery. Like there's this grass fire, forest fire, it burns forward and it never goes backwards because it burns and consumes along the way. And it's like it doesn't leave anything to come back for. It doesn't go like, okay, I need to leave a path of grass, of dry grass to where I can turn around and go back. They're like, no, it's all forward, 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 forward. I feel like they never go back. It's always what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. That's the kind of energy I feel like it's a wheel, even a big tire bouncing down a hill, a steep hill. It's like it's picking up speed and it goes. It doesn't reverse and go back up the hill. It just has to go. And that's the kind of energy that I feel with them there. I don't feel like they just have this dissatisfaction of life. And instead of going, you know what, this isn't filling me up, instead they order, if it's like if they order, I don't want, they're saying sushi rolls. So if they order like a sushi roll, and they're like, well, this didn't fill me up. Can I have 100 more of those? They don't like say, well, let me try a couple more. And well, this isn't filling me up. Maybe I need to look at something different. They're like, rah, 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 eat, 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 and consuming, consuming, consuming. And that's kind of what I feel like they're doing there. And it's not about you. It's not about anyone else. It has to do with their empty heart and their emptiness. They don't love themselves very much. They define themselves. I feel like maybe they were taught by their parents, or at least one of their parents, that what you have in the outside world is your security and your lovability. It shows you who you are. And so they are so focused on obtaining all of that, that the heart doesn't even, I'm gonna say the heart doesn't even beat. What was it? I was watching something on TV or Netflix or something, and it was a Discovery of Witches, the series, because the in this one it was really cool because the vampires' hearts beat, but they beat very slowly. It's like boom, boom, and then it beats a little while later. It's not like ours, like humans that are constantly beating. That's what I feel like with them. Their heart doesn't get to feel, it just feels every once in a while. Feel, and then it goes a long time without being allowed to feel again. So that's what's coming in, Scorpio. I would truly not wait around for anything because the fire's burning that way, and you don't wanna chase after the fire and get burnt, right? Again. It's like a match. When you wanna see a match burn twice? Psh, once, twice, and you're like, "No, you don't wanna get burned again." So so hang in there, Scorpio. That's what they have there for you. And then Samya Rao, you are up next. I am doing great. I hope you're doing great as well. And you wanted to know, you wanted a career reading for this month. All right, let's take a look here. You said next month. I don't know if, well, Spirit knows what you mean. So if you mean this month or November, then you will know whatever this applies for. You do have this kind of holding period, seeing things from a different perspective. There is this, and here's the, peace of mind and the resting. So there's a lot of slowness, restfulness, not busyness, a nice, calm quietness where you can see things and step back a bit. And, sometimes we can be so busy in career and job and all that, that where we get into the tasking instead of stepping back and going, how can I make this easier? How can this be more aligned with what I want? How can things be streamlined even? And it's like, why am I doing all this busy work? Surely this can be automated. It just feels like there's this excuse me, the stepping back, the seeing things from a higher perspective, and releasing fears and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, and allowing the creativity of mind, creating the space for ideas to drop in our head from spirit. And I like this for you. Um, and I just feel like it's also opening up to, if you're looking for a career, if you're looking for a career change, and you can't find anything that feels right, it's because we're looking with our mind and not with our heart. And you can close your eyes and open your heart, and that's what allows you to see from a higher perspective here. And, here's the Ace of Swords that we're also seeing things from a higher perspective. The three swords on the wall, it's almost like this picture or poster, or they're up there as a reminder that, expectations equal disappointment. When I have this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts about anything, career included, when I try to live up to all those, they feel empty because it takes so much just to try to get up to ground zero. But when you're living your passion, what your heart wants to do, then there's this excitement. And I feel like that's what these cards are having you do over this next month, is really take a break, take a step back, get out of the busyness. If you can take a vacation day or a vacation week, great time to get away and just reflect on what makes my heart sing? When's the last time my heart felt full? And what kind of situation was it? When did my heart feel like it was singing? And when was the last time that happened? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Samyarao. So many blessings to you. Right. Cynthia Bridio. Hello. Hello. So will Eric message you to reconcile romantically soon? Your fingers crossed. Well, let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, will Mr. Eric reach out? Okay. You know, I don't know if it'll be soon. There's a lot of conflict, mental and there's their mind is battling their heart, and this Page of Swords is allowing them to look at things from a different perspective. This does represent, um like, swords are communication, right? And pages can be new communication coming in. And that Five of Swords is transformation and change of mindset and mind, the way they're looking at things. But the conflict is that their heart wants one thing, but their mind freaks out about other things, right? So they've got these fears that are battling with their heart, and that's what has caused this, separation here. I don't feel like a decision has been made yet. I feel like they're working on this. They're trying to figure things out. They're trying to understand, this, because the page, I mean, you even see the Ace of Swords. They got the Ace of Swords here. They got two things up here, their mind. They've got these disappointments that they feel from their heart, right? Their heart's going, I wanted to feel that. I wanted to be there. And they're like, oh, but we can't. We gotta, this isn't going to work out. I need to have all this stuff. What do people think? What do I think? Well, all this long list of things they feel they have to do in their lives. And, they need to figure things out. And I don't feel like it's soon, though. This page, like Ace of Swords, is like new communication coming in, like this, right? Pages are one, you go from Ace of Swords all the way, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, all the way to the 10. And then 11 would be the Page of Swords. So it's like there's this extended period of time where they're trying to figure stuff out. So I, quite honestly, my dear Cynthia, yeah, because even on the bottom, we've got the Temperance, which takes a long time for it to happen. I would not invest a lot of energy into waiting for them and depending upon them and needing them. And really, this time, this temperance period, whenever there's a period of time, it's for us to see, what did I learn about myself through this situation? Why did I want this to happen for me? Because I'm what invited it to my life, right? I'm the one that asked for it to happen, either before I came down here or while I'm down here. I've asked it with my energy and drawing it to me. What did I want to learn through all this about me? and my self-love and my self-respect and my self-worth and all of that. Because that's why things go slow, and the more you raise your love vibration through your raising your self-love, that's what draws things and speeds things up. And if you guys are meant to be together, then they're raising their self-love during this period, you're raising your self-love. Otherwise, you're still gonna be vibrating at a lower vibrational energy that's related to fear, and then we have fear experiences. We have that lower vibrational, because like attracts like, right? We have all that lower vibrational relationship situations, activities, events that enter our life. But as you raise your love vibrations, then you have a higher love that is has more unconditional love and peace and laughter and joy rather than all the other stuff that comes with lower vibrational, disappointment, betrayal, anger, revenge, all this stuff, right? So that's what they have for you right now, Cynthia. So hang in there, my dear. I know your hands are full, but it's all about being a mama to your own heart as well. All right. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And let's see here. Still have a few more to go. So thank you guys for all your patience in getting to your free readings to here too. So yeah, we've got one, two, three, four, five, about seven more. All right. So Shirley Maydor. Hey Shirley. Happy Saturday to you. And you want to know, will the organization you spoke with about a job opportunity merge with you? Whoa, and build an equestrian, therapeutic program for the clients that they serve. Oh, I love that. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know about those here. Wow, you know, great possibilities here. You've got joy and celebration. You got the Six of Pentacles, the balancing, and the Nine of Cups, which is like dreams come true. The only thing that I would say here with the Six of Pentacles, this is balancing of energy, and we got great energy happening with Libra Sun, with this Libra new moon solar eclipse, and also the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. I have to remember all those things. All this energy of the eclipses is endings and beginnings and birthings, and it is going to be massive changes that happen. But the Six of Pentacles, I think I probably talked to you before about it. So if I did, my apologies if I'm beating a dead, subject matter here. There's this Take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5 that talk about, you know, possibilities and how we can draw things in sooner. One of the things has to do with this Libra balancing energy of our worth. And if we feel worthy of it, and we can feel worthy in our mind, like our conscious mind, we can be like, I want this. But if subconsciously we still have this out of balance giving and receiving, where our inner child has this, you have to give 1,000 love coins to get 1,000 back, then it'll keep things away. It'll keep love and opportunities and things away. But when we go and we look at that and we bring it from the subconscious to our consciousness, it talks about there in that video of how the tools we can use to bring it down to one, where the barriers fall down and it allows abundance to come in. So it talks about, basically when we're 7 years old or younger is when it's those individuals, this emotional beliefs of the having to give a lot and get little back, that's in there. So there's some release, some forgiveness that can happen that can open this up. So I like this idea. So if you haven't taken a look at who those are and did the releasing and the forgiving and the truly from the heart understanding, that if it was mom or dad or grandparents or whoever, they were just their own selves. They only knew what they were taught, who and it would probably from their parents, and their parents learned from their parents learned from their parents. We're like children raising children, or as Louise Hay says in this book that I'm reading, we're victims of victims of victims of victims. just have the same belief systems that keep going down the road. So take a look at that because I feel there's such great possibilities that can come in here. But the pivotal point is the worthiness of what you're subconsciously what you feel you deserve. And if you don't feel you deserve it, then it can't come in because the little inner child has the force fields that it's keeping them away. So I like it. I like this idea because it's so perfect for you. But that's what they have for you, Shirley. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And then SK, you'll be up next here. All right. So SK, what are Yaksha's feelings for you? I probably murdered that. My apologies. You're a Sag and she's a Pisces. Ooh, what a combo. That's my dad and my mom. No, they're not married still. They divorced when I was 16 or 17 or 18. But there's more to us than just our signs, of course. So let's take here the feelings that they have for you. There's this joy and celebration and this passion that they have here too. So they have these emotions of joy and they really like being around you and a lot of passion and attraction, both physical and energetic here. And they do have this death and rebirth. The way that they have thought about you is in transformation. I feel like it's a positive thing. I feel like they might have had some preconceived ideas on who you were and just based on their past. Not so much that they knew history about you, but that they just had experience the same type of people over and over and over again, and they just kind of put you in a box like, "Oh, here's another one of those. Let me just put it in there. That goes in that box." And then they realized, "Ooh, no, no, you are unique. You're not. Let me take you back out of that box. Are you in here? No. You don't fit in any of their boxes." And so I feel like that's where this excitement is here is because they feel like, wow, this is a new discovery. And so there is this type of changing of who they are when what they think about you. And especially as they experience other people, uh, you know, in and around their life. And they're just like, yeah, you are intriguing to them. It's like you're someone who they never met before, and there's this like changing of thought and belief in how how they perceive it. Which Pisces, they're very intuitive and they see things from a very intuitive and subconscious and spiritual point of view. Uh, and I feel like, and I don't mean to sigh that deeply, but it does. It feels like they've had a lot of time swimming in the dark side of the pond, because of the fishies. And Pisces, I have a ton of Pisces in my chart, even though I'm Aquarius sun, like going into the depths of the darkness of lower vibrational emotions and experiences. And then they come up to the sun. And of course, Sagittarius is like bright, sunshiny, hey. And then they're like, who are you? And they love this joy and what they're sensing from you as well. So I like that for you, SK. And that's what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we are to New Love. Hey, New Love. Hello. So, what are you good at that you don't know? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know that you're not good at. I feel like you're really self-aware, though. They're just like, well, what could it be? I like this here. I don't think you know that you're a teacher. Um, the Ace of Swords for me is this connection to higher truths, higher knowing. I don't feel like what a deep spiritual gift you have of is it clairsentience? It's the knowingness and having this connection of answers. Like if someone was like, "So what do you think about like we talked about at the beginning of this morning session, what do you think about auras? And you're like, well, and you just have this, it just comes to you like these answers come out of nowhere. And I feel like you don't realize what a kind of a teacher type of role that you've chosen to take in this life. And I feel like you're doing a lot of healing and transformation of things in your life that are allowing it. And you've got the 3 of Wands here, which is with new information coming in and new awareness, it's like that I feel like you're gonna take this change in your life on what you're wanting to do and how you're wanting to share this knowledge with the world. Um, there's the possibilities with the Ace of Swords of how you're communicating and doing it. Doesn't mean you have to be up in front of people in a classroom. You can be writing books, you could be doing podcasts, whatever it may be, you're communicating knowledge to the world in some way, and it's a teacher mentality, a teacher's heart. So I feel like you've always had a desire for maybe being a teacher, but I don't think you realize what you're wanting to teach. What you're wanting to share is the knowledge of the higher realms with people. And it's not like taking curriculum that someone else has and you being a teacher for it. It's you developing new curriculum about new spirituality. Are you an Aquarius? It just feels like it's the age of Aquarius. The old ways of thinking, the old ways of looking at things don't fit anymore for where we're headed. And we need teachers that will bring in the new knowledge and share the new knowledge. And I feel like that is what you do not know, that is what you came here with a passion to do. So there you go. That's what they have for you, new love. So many blessings to you. I like that, being an Aquarian. All right. And then Daraj Jarwal, hello, hello. You asked if you could have one card. You absolutely can. And here's your one card. And you got the Empress. Major Arcana, huge new birth, new transformation, freedom coming in here too. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, really focusing in on yourself and releasing the rules of society, the rules of spirituality, and allowing yourself to express yourself. If you can get out into nature, then do so. If you can go away on a vacation, get out somewhere away from all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. It's like there's this beautiful new birth that is coming in here. And it feels like your inner creativity wants to express itself in some way, somehow through art, music, speaking, writing. It needs to be expressed. There's this story, this song within you that needs to be expressed. And this creativity there's these blocks that have been, no, 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 you need to think of a different, it's like if you wanted to be an artist when you were younger and they were like, no, no, think of something more reasonable. That is a hobby. That's not a career. But they're like, you need this creative expression to come out of you some way, somehow. If it's building something, clay, building a home, building something with wood, metal, it's creativity expressing it. And I feel like that's what is coming through here for you, Daraj. So many blessings to you. That is your one card. All right. So let's scroll, scroll, scroll. And we've got infinity is one. Hello, hello. So did Leo and you have a past life together? If so, how was it? All right, let's take a look here. And I actually do offer, my personal readings. I do offer, those can be past life. I'm working on creating a special offering for past life readings, but they definitely are helpful there. Well, you've got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. This Hermit's journey here, I don't feel like you guys did with these cards. I feel like the 9 is a Hermit's journey apart from one another. So I don't feel like you guys have had these significant, like a past life. I feel like this is the first time that you're interacting, just two independent energies coming together here. So I just feel like, that there's this, it's almost like two different parts of the world. You always were in different areas of the world. I feel like you had commonalities, like you lived similar past lives, but not past lives together. And I feel like that's why it was intentional, because this lifetime you guys are bringing in such um, knowledge and wisdom from your past lives into this one. But I just don't feel with these cards. At first, I was like, well, is this because you guys were, you know, wealthy together and you had these lives together? And they're like, no, these two nines, it's like two separate paths because of this hermit energy that comes in with a nine and a nine. And it's like you've chosen it's like a life path. If you've ever studied life paths, it's like, well, we both had life paths number nines and then eights and sevens and sixes, and we had a lot of the same life paths, but they ran parallel. They never crossed over until now. It's like intentionally separate life paths, and now it's coming together there. And on purpose, for a purpose. And what was the purpose? I know I need to get a little nosy, sorry. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, to come together in this place where it's equal, equal in so many ways. It's like there was this, the purpose of it was so that you're not, it's like you're not doing role reversals because of lives that you had together. Instead, you're bringing in knowledge and experiences to mirror for each other and to help apply it together, because it's more, and it's not twin flamey type of energy. Because twin flames is a fiery, and it's more helping each other learn lessons and teach lessons and deal with things. But I feel like this is more helpmates of coming together. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in there, infinity. Interesting. I've never had that before. Um, wow. So I like that. And if you want to dig into that more, we always can too. Um, all right. So that's what they have right now for you. Infinity is one. Many blessings to you. And then Rhonda, you are up next. Hello, my friend. You want to get what's coming up for you? Let's take a look here and see, what do they want you to know right now? All right. Well, okay. I know. Whoa, no. But you got this Ace of the, I'm sorry, not Ace of Swords. They have the Ace of Swords, but the quest of the knight of seeing things from a higher perspective. You've got the Two of Pentacles, which there's this balancing energy in your outside world, and it just feels like there's been this cycle going up and down and up and down and up and down. Whatever this has been, it just feels like it just feels like you're going in circles, right? This is the feeling you have of like it gets closer and drifts away. It gets closer and it drifts away. It gets closer and it drifts away. And it's like there's this night, this quest you're on, and go like, I gotta understand, why is this happening? What is going on here? And you also have this Temperance with the Page of Cups, which is this love that's been, I feel like this is what's been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This love that was offered, right? And it just feels like it's like I said, a merry-go-round, or is that what the ones with the horses on it? And it's just like, oh my gosh, I want to. You're like, I'm taking my horse and I'm jumping off and riding off and getting off this merry-go-round. And I feel like this is what Spirit is telling you, what's coming up for you. This frustration that you have of this constant pattern that repeats over and over and over and over again. y- what's coming for you is your lack of patience. Your patience bank is going to go overdrawn, and this is when you take action, and this is when you move forward, and you're like, okay, why do I keep on this pattern, and I'm leaping off and I'm headed off. And that's what I feel like you're Joan of Arc, and you're like, I've had enough. I don't have to stay to this anymore. I don't have to try to fit into this mold anymore. I'm just tired of it. And that's what I feel is coming in here. It's like what's coming up is like you are choosing to go, Yeah, even got the well, yeah, on the bottom here, you even got the magician and the emperor. You know, magician is you stepping forward with your energy, and the emperor is you're making choices for you, saying, I've had enough. All these advisors telling me who I'm supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, and whatever, and I'm out. And it's great. It's the cycle, you've had enough of it, and you're ready for something new, something different. It's like you're riding the same roller coaster over and over and over and over again. And you're like, I'm done. I want to go try something different. Maybe the log ride. That sounded bad. But the water ride, the water slides or something. So that's what's coming in, my friend. So hang in there, Rhonda, and many blessings to you. And then my last reading coming up is Foxy Empress Ari. Or, oh, I guess it's supposed to be Aries. Got the little Aries sign in there. And you want to know, hey, why do I attract guys that I'm not attracted to? What a question, right? And if I missed anyone else, do big apologies. I will be popping back on in about an hour for this evening session. And as soon as I finish up here, I will be posting the the invite for it, and you can jump into the chat early and actually do that. So there we go. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So you've got the Four of Pentacles and you've got the Tower. Whoa. And the Tower tells us, you know, we everything that happens in our life, people that are brought in and things that are removed out of our life happen on purpose for purpose. And it really comes back down to teaching us here with the Four of Pentacles that the outside world isn't going to make us feel whole and complete. It's one of the biggest things, this journey we have in this lifetime is we are attracting people to us that are in alignment with our energy at the time. And we as humans spend a lot of time in fear and lower vibrational emotions because we're all taught this long list of things that have to happen in order for us to be lovable. And we're pointed out to the outside world going, relationships of all kinds, romantic, friends, family, work, whatever, they define you. Your job, your education, situations that we can get into, they define you. Your body, things, possessions, money, those things define you. Then we try to obtain those and we feel like we feel unstable. We feel like life is like, oh my gosh, all over the place. And we're in this fear and we're taught to focus on those things. We're taught to focus on what we hate in our life, what we feel is missing in our life, what we fear will leave our life or come into our life. And what do we do with all that? We grow it. Wherever our energy is being invested in, like attracts like, right? So why do I attract guys that I'm not attracted to? Well, there's something below the surface that your energy is attracting to them. Even though mentally and consciously, it's like, this is what I want. Below the surface, our energy is talking about our worth. It's talking about how, you know, how worthy we feel we are, which goes back to like our inner child, 7 years old and younger. There's this out of balance beliefs that are underneath there that say, well, I don't deserve those things. I will draw in these things, like attracts like attracts like. And everyone is a mirror for us, showing us how we feel about ourselves, and they keep on bringing in the same person till uh, we see what they're trying to show us about ourselves. So why do I attract people that I'm not attracted to? I'm attracting people that are mirrors showing how I'm not attracted to myself. Ooh, that's deep. So how am I not attracted to myself? It's like, what don't I like about myself? What am I not interested in about myself? The things that I don't like about these individuals are pictures of things that are within me in some way, somehow. So I can look at that and reflect on that. And that's all about our self-love, right? So when we're at a lower vibration, when we're all taught to not love ourselves when we're younger, it seems like it's a human condition, right? But as we get older and we learn, like, that we were taught. Define yourself by all that stuff, and then we're like, all that stuff is falls short and disappointing. We eventually turn inward and upward. That's what the Four of Pentacles is. We turn inward and upward to discover that the only thing that's stable to define our worth by is the eternal unconditional love of the spirit realm. When that becomes our foundation, then we feel solid. And then everything anyone brings in the outside world is above and beyond extra, but also our love vibration rises, and instead of drawing in lower vibrational things like attracts like, right? I'm focusing on gratitude and joy and unconditional love and all this stuff, and it brings in more of that. A higher vibrational things are what are drawn in. So, something that you can look at if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen, there some short videos that talk about connecting with our higher self, our true selves. And there's some stuff in there around episodes 4 and 5 about our energies, like what are we focus kind of it goes in a little more detail of these energies we're focusing on, the balancing of our worth, rate of exchange, and some other things. So if you're interested, check those out. But that's why um, you're attracting and drawing people to you, because that's the energy we're putting out. We're doing a beacon at lower vibrational energy below the surface, and it's coming in, even though I'm like, no, I'm not inviting anyone in. It's like, oh, you triggered the alarm and didn't know it. It's like, oh, that's why the firemen are here, because I didn't know there was a little tripwire, or that's why the police are here. Uh-oh. But that's what's coming in, Foxy Empress. So hang in there, my dear. And that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. And thank you guys as well for all your patience and the free readings. Donations are how that fund me to be able to do all the free things I do. So, when I get a ton of donations during a free session, I honor those, and because that's what allows me to do all of this stuff and offer all the stuff that I do. So big thank you. And for those of you that can't donate, I totally understand that too. Things you can do for free: give me a thumbs up on the video. It does tell YouTube that you're enjoying the videos, and it'll draw more individuals to the channels. And so it's your way of helping spread the Zen love and being part of the Love Tsunami. You can share the videos, share my channel with others, watching videos. All of that does help the channel grow as well. So a big hug and love and thank you for everyone. And just know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you when we see you. Like I said, I'll be on in less than an hour on my next session, free session. So I'll see you there. Or tomorrow morning, I'm also on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then I won't be back on until next Friday morning. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care.